We had a amazingly interesting, insightful Zoom meeting today that I want us to talk about. Debrief. This is what we do. After every call, we talk about it. What are the takeaways? What are the action steps? How do we feel about it? If you're partnering with someone, working closely with someone in your team, it's really awesome to have that yin yang, that dynamic. So envy is the clear cut, don't waste my time, get to the point, boom, 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 boom. And when he's in that mode, I can be the one that says, hey, let's look at the opportunity here. Now, we've certainly had times where it was both of us being like, ain't nobody got time for nothing, but that's another episode for another time.
Yeah,
Because that was
she
an
told.
in-person meeting.
Yeah, she told. She told somebody, "Hey, I don't like to talk, and he doesn't either. So we're done."
So I'm gonna put Envy on the hot seat. So Envy, what did you think about our business Zoom meeting?
It felt like I was saving him from having a flat tire on I-75 North.
Before scheduling any business calls, you want to kind of do your due diligence and be very clear on, the three things that you want to say. Three things about who you are, what you're representing, what you want the call to be about. So you want to set the intention first and be absolutely clear in your messaging. Because when it's not, then you have envy feeling like he needs to figure out where the freaking spare tire is.
How many times did I coach him on what to tell us? And it's his meeting.
Right. And how many times have we had business calls like this, right? So how to be very clear. So if, somebody's going to ask you on a business call, tell me a little bit about yourself. That's not the time to tell your whole life story, but you want to hit the high points, the nuggets, about your professional achievement, organization you're affiliated with, what it is that you're asking. You got to be very clear on your ask, because if you don't ask, you don't get. So lesson number one, be clear, do your due diligence, and figure out exactly how to answer the questions. And also,
Raeha said, "When did the organization?" Raeha said, "When did the organization start?" He said, 2003. And she's like, "Well, what happened since then?" He's like, "Well, not much."
You want to be very clear on what the ask is, and also have questions to ask. It's kind of like interviewing. You go in for a job and you're sitting there, but if you're smart, you're also there interviewing the employer, the prospective company that you may want to work for, because you haven't made up your mind yet. So I think being very clear is important. So now, second lesson. Well, let me ask you this. I already know the answer, but I'm going to ask him. Why did you do your little laugh, your envy laugh?
Because I was ready to hang
Lesson
up.
two, invest in a good quality camera. If you don't have a Mac, that's okay. I have a PC, but make sure your camera is going to be able to show your face very clearly, because that's important. It's the Zoom meeting is, come on. I mean, pandemic happened almost 4 years ago now. So make sure you can see each other very clearly, because it's still the wanting to connect, right? We're having conversations to connect, to see what a mutual win-win is. And the lesson three, so first is that set your intentions very clearly and ask intelligent questions. Two, have a good clear device. And three, no bait and switch, right? Because I met this individual at a professional entertainment business function, and what was clear to me, how it was conveyed to me, is that this individual is in the space of writing grants. So if a person says, I'm the grant person, I write grants, then I'm relying on that declaration, that statement, in scheduling a meeting. Now, when I schedule the meeting and I'm asking about grants and the person says, I don't do any grants personally, it's kind of a little bit of a bait and switch situation. And that's not cool. You got to get these things out the way. What's my ask? Who am I? How can I deliver that message very clearly? And what is the takeaway? How is there a mutual win-win? And what are the next steps? Now, we were kind of leading him, we were guiding him, we were coaching him. And lately, I guess it's giving back, season, because we've had many meetings where we're kind of guiding a lot of professionals. Right? The opportunity here is we're able to share this content, because there are a lot of people out there wanting to help, wanting to make good, and wanting to deliver goodness and add value. But okay, it's your girl Raeha, aka Soul Sister, SEOUL, and envy right here.